Hold it.
It's like the chair is close to the table.
Yeah. Same starters, Tomer. Next question.
I got next question. Any part of you kind of frustrated with all
No, I'm actually great.
None of the injury parts frustrate you at all?
I mean, it's part of the game. I mean, we're not the only team that's going through it, and so, I mean, it is what it is, and so, the guys are getting better. They're progressing pretty well, and that's all we can worry about. We got to worry about tonight and the guys we got on the floor and try to get a win. And so our guys are scrapping. They're playing hard. They're trying to hold the fort down, and it's tough right now, but, it is what it is because we're not the only team going through it, and it's just part of the league right now. So we got to focus on ourselves.
He was such a big part of the team last year, starting 30 games, played well in that January stint. Obviously, he's the starter again right now due to PG being out. What have you liked out of him so far in the starting group?
I like his ability to guard, be able to switch 1 through 4, 1 through 5. I like his ability to attack the baskets on closeouts and in transition. We can advance it to him. He can get downhill, get to the free throw line. And then just the biggest thing for me is defensively. I think he's, really been playing well defensively and, taking that big charge against Utah. They had a chance to cut it to 2, with I think a minute and a half and stepping in, taking a big charge. But, defensively is where we challenge Amir every single night, and he's been good for us.
I know Luke was supposed to be reevaluated sometime around now. Has his reevaluation happened yet with his calf?
I don't know. I just know he's out tonight, out Sunday. Click that. Yeah, go ahead.
Ty, I'm glad you're feeling great. That's legitimately. I'm glad you feel great today. It's a holiday season, but with that in mind, so much of the season when we started it was about Kawhi and Paul kind of leading by example, raising the urgency of guys around them when they're on the floor. When they're not playing, how does that dynamic change from just a leadership standpoint and what you're expecting from everybody?
No, we have great leadership in the locker room, and our coaching staff are great leaders as well, but, sometimes it's tough to win games, when you build your offense around, 2 key guys and they're out, sometimes it's going to be tough to score. And so we understand that. And so we just try to generate, as many easy baskets as we can. But our main focus is building the right habits and, defensively, every night being locked in and being great defensively because you can control, defense. You can't control making shots every single night. And so that's what we're focused on, just building the right habits. And like I said, hopefully those guys come along, pretty fast. But like I said, it is what it is, but our leadership doesn't change. Marcus is great, John's great, Reggie's great, and PG and Kawhi still being around, still having a voice.
So with those guys being around, obviously they're trying to get them healthy, but what more would you even want from those guys, or what more would you ask of those guys besides getting themselves ready to play again?
That's it. I mean, they're doing everything they can to get back on the floor, and like I said, it's frustrating for those guys as well, and so it is what it is, and just being around the team, I think having a voice and being positive and talking to T-Man in the mirror, when they're on the floor. And so just having those guys around just means a lot to our team.
Hey, Coach, good to see you. Without PG and Kawhi, we know what you're going to miss offensively. Can you speak about what you guys miss defensively with your 2 best, probably wing defenders just out?
We missed Luke as well. I think, the best 3-point shooter in the league last year. And defensively, last year, I think we finished like 8th, I think, in defense with both of those guys missing, Kawhi missing the whole season and PG only playing, I think, 31 games or something like that. And that's what I'm talking about, just, coaching the effort and guys playing hard and being locked in every night defensively. It's something that we can hang our hat on. And the first, 8 games or so, we wasn't scoring the basketball, but we were playing really good defense that allowed us to be in a lot of the games and to be able to win some games. And so offensively over the last 10, I think we, if we do it now, we're like 16th in the league, which we're trending in the right direction. But defensively, every single night we got to hang our hat on that and see what happens.
With you having a status on Luke for Sunday as well, is there a status yet for Kawhi and PG for that game?
Out.
With Terrence being in the starting lineup, has he seemed more aggressive to you? Like he looks a little bit more aggressive since getting in the lineup.
Yeah, he's been good. You know, I think after we had that talk, you know, before shoot around, I can't remember, a couple of weeks ago, he's just been really aggressive. I think attacking the basket, taking his open threes, not hesitating, but defensively been really good. You know, being able to guard, you know, Steph and guard, you know, the premier scorers in our league, and just making it tough, just picking them up full court, trying to deny them, and all the things that he does. Defensively has been really good for us.
Ty, how does your margin for error without those two?
It's very slim.
But is that kind of
It's three guys. What about Luke?
well, okay, those three guys.
Yeah.
But without those three guys, I guess, is that discussed? The margin of error that you guys have without those three?
Yeah, we talk about it. You know, the biggest thing is just turning the basketball over. You know, defensively, you know, outside the other night, you know, Golden State just kind of carved us up. But defensively, he usually keeps us in the game. But offensively, we know we just can't turn the basketball over. And so that's been our Achilles heel this year, just turning the ball over. And so we take care of the basketball. We can get good shots and we can score more points. You know, you can't have 19, 20 turnovers and expect to score the basketball. And so that's our biggest thing. Like you said, margin for error, it comes with the turnovers. Like if we can get those at miraculously to 8 to 10, then I like our chances. But when they're 18, 20, 22 turnovers, it's hard to win a game.
I remember you said at one point that this year the guys being out of the lineup was different than last year just because the offense this year is tailored to be specifically around Kawhi and PG, and you knew last year that wasn't the case. I'm just curious, as those guys and Luke are out for long stretches and longer, and you have an indication it might go a little longer, can you switch midstream at all, like kind of rejigger the offense to make sure that it's a little more like last year?
But I don't think it's going to be long term. You know, so that's the tough decision you have to make. But like you said, last year we knew Kawhi was out for the whole season, and we knew PG had a chance to be out for the whole season. But he worked hard to get back and to be ready to play. And so when PG went out, then we knew we had to change our offense and change how we played, and our guys were able to adjust to that. And so we're not there yet. And so I feel pretty good about the situation right now and how guys are progressing.